Welcome, Teddies. Welcome to your annual student forum. What is a student forum? A student forum is when you, your friends, and the adults at your school get together and talk about important school announcements. Today's student forum will be all about our new behavior standards policy. Some of your parents, teachers, community members, and MPS district members work together to create the new behavior standard policy to make sure you succeed in school. We understand that a very important part of your success is listening to your thoughts about the behavior standards policy. Questions we want you to think about during this forum. Do you understand our new behavior standards policy? Does it need to be changed? If so, how can you help us change it? The first thing we want to talk about is expectations. Just like your classroom expectations, our new behavior standards policy has expectations. We must set clear and high expectations for students and adults. We must treat everyone the same when we're making decisions to correct behaviors. We must find ways to keep children in school and on task during class time.
Next, we will give you a brief overview of our new behavior standards policy. The new behavior standards policy is divided into 5 levels with clear consequences for different behaviors. Let's begin with Level 1. Level 1 is a behavior that is disruptive to the school environment of students and others. For instance, refusing to comply with reasonable requests and behavior that can be managed with brief interventions by an adult present in the setting. An example of a Level 1 behavior and response is if a student calls another student a name. The teacher and adult in the setting can have a brief talk with the student while in the classroom. This behavior can be corrected quickly and while in class, and at the minimum would include a reminder or redirection of rituals and routines. A Level 2 behavior can be repeated or significant incidents of Level 1 behaviors, disorderly behavior towards another student, staff, volunteer, etc. This behavior is also generally managed by a brief intervention by an adult present in that setting and may include additional brief contact with support staff. An example of this is if a student swears at another person. The response for this behavior could be, but not limited to, reteaching routines and rituals, self-charting of the behaviors, which means that the student would keep track of it, or a chill pass and behavior contract. A Level 3 behavior can be repeated or significant instances of Level 2 behaviors, behaviors targeted at or targeting others, or behaviors interfering with safety equipment. An example of Level 3 behavior would be if a student continues to swear at another student and hits the student. The response for this behavior could be, but not limited to, calling the parents or guardians of the students involved and explaining the behaviors and interventions that took place to get the student back to class and on task. However, what I'd also like to point out to you is down here in the corner. There are some optional administrative actions that can result in removal from instruction, meaning that you may be sent to the ISS room for 1 day, or you may be suspended out of school for 1 day. A Level 4 behavior can be repeated or significant instances of Level 3 behaviors or behaviors that involve safety issues. For example, if a student steals a teacher's laptop from her desk and smashes it, the response for this behavior could be, but not limited to, a scheduled family group conference and a plan for restitution of property or incident, meaning that the student would have to figure out a way to make up for having destroyed the laptop. Out of school removal from instruction not to exceed 4 days, restorative transition back to class plan, mediation, and family group conference are also ways that we could respond to Level 4 behaviors. And finally, we have some Level 5 behaviors. These are behaviors that are identified as expellable offenses. A student brings drugs to school and tries to sell them to another student. The response for this behavior may be, but not limited to, a scheduled family group conference, out of school removal for 5 days or more, individual coaching by licensed support staff. And of course, it's also possible with something that's a level 5 behavior that a student would be expelled. And so you can see some level 5 behaviors up here, which include weapons, sexual assault, severe physical assault, bombs, bomb threats, arson. So these are the type of behaviors that are illegal and could get you kicked out of school for good.
Student responsibilities. Students are responsible to learn the standards of behavior of this district, their school, and their classrooms, to take personal responsibility for their behavior as they are able, and to work to improve the relationship they have with their peers, their teachers, and with other school staff. Parent responsibilities. Parents are responsible to partner with the student's school to implement with fidelity the school behavior standards to improve their students' outcomes. Parents shall help their students learn the behavior standards of those schools and classrooms. Teacher responsibilities. Assuring that all students are taught the expected school behavior in the classroom and school. Leading the development of the classroom behavior and restorative practices, standards, and procedures. Non-classroom staff responsibilities. Non-classroom school staff is responsible for implementing with fidelity the district behavior standards, school behavior standards, and participating in necessary training. Principals' responsibilities. Leading the collaborative development of the school behavior and restorative practices plan. Leading the review of school behavior data to inform training needs with a view towards improving student outcomes. Let your voice be heard. What you think matters to us. Thank you, Teddies.